He said, you tell that guy you got to win a national championship before you ride an Endymion.
All right, next up, fifth generation New Orleanian and a Warren Easton grad. I get to spend 5 minutes with Mr. Arthur Hardy.
Hey, man,
How you doing?
couldn't be more better, as we say in New
I am
Orleans.
so excited for you, particularly this week, because we're going to get into it. You've got some special things happening.
Man, I never dreamed this was going to happen this year, but it's sure been fun.
Yes, sir. Let me ask you. You give out Mardi Gras advice all the time.
Yep.
So let's say somebody comes to New Orleans and says to you, "What's different about Mardi Gras this year?" What do you say?
Not a lot, actually, and that's okay. Regular is fine. What we do is so spectacular that anybody who comes the first time is blown away. And as you know, sometimes we can't get rid of them. They move here. They love it so much. And that's a good thing.
Yeah, they see Mardi Gras and they say, "You know what? I could live
Yeah,
here."
yeah, I could do this. Yep.
There are a lot of myths about Mardi Gras that tourists might have. What's
Yep.
the one thing that locals know that we need to?
That it's a family-oriented, very safe festival. If you come, expect to have a good time and bring the kids, bring the whole family. It's a time when we all become kids again, really.
That's true. You look at the family reunions that occur
Oh,
along
yeah,
the neutral grounds
yeah.
each and every year.
Yep.
That it's absolutely amazing. It's amazing. So let's talk about parades in a moment that Carnival that happens during Carnival that locals love that maybe visitors don't normally see. Would you call it that the reunion feel?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for me, I mean, I love the parades and the bands and the costumes, but it's the people around it. You could turn around, put your back to the parade, and still have a grand time just seeing the interaction of all the folks. Visitors become friends real soon. I mean, somebody will give you a beer, maybe share a bathroom with you. That doesn't happen anyplace else.
Yeah.
Here, we're all one big crazy family.
So somebody coming for the first time, what's the piece of advice that you give them? What should they do? What shouldn't they
Yeah,
do?
plan to have a nice time. Pace yourself. Our parades are 10 times longer than Macy's and Rose parades, things like that. It's a marathon. Finding a bathroom is a challenge. I always hate to say this, but I do. It's not the greatest time to experience our best dining experiences because everybody's overbooked, too many people. Hotel rates, of course, for an event are going to be higher, but that's okay. It's worth it. But just plan to chill. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Right, and you've got two major weekends that you
Yes.
can, and one weekend is a little bit different than the second weekend. How do you look at those two?
Well, the first weekend, crowds are less, and it's, I think, a slower paced activity that happens that weekend. Mardi Gras weekend is just nuts, wall-to-wall parades, a lot of people, French quarters humming. Sadly, a lot of people leave before Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras Day itself. We have the wonderful parades of Zulu and Rex, and hotel occupancy dips a little bit then. But that weekend has become the biggest of all.
Right, and when you talk weekends, you're really talking Wednesday.
Yeah.
The weekend begins Wednesday.
Yes, it
and
does.
goes all the way through.
It really does. It's 5 wonderful days.
It is amazing. Speaking of weekends, this coming weekend, you're going to be riding in a very special parade.
Well, not
Tell us
just-
about
Not
that.
just riding. I am the co-grand marshal. Me and some guy called Lane Kiffin. I'm not sure what he does. Actually, he's the LSU coach. I ran into Coach Ogeron in the French Quarter. He said, you tell that guy you got to win a national championship before you ride an Endymion. So I'm not going to tell him that.
Well, what are they telling you about your experience? What will it be like?
Well, I've never had an experience like this, so I don't know. But I'm on my own float. There are other people on the bottom decks, but I'm on the top by myself, and I've got a lot of things to throw, cups with my picture on it, and doubloons and all. And it's just going to be what a way to end a career as a grand marshal of a major parade. And I've seen every Endymion parade since the first one in
When
1967.
they used to come out of Dessay Boulevard, huh? in
Yep,
Gentilly.
saw every one of them, then covered them in TV for years. In fact, I had to get special permission to get off of my Fox 8 assignments covering Endymion Parade from the Dome so I could be on the float.
Right, and coming into the Dome has got to be such an experience.
I can only imagine. I think that's going to be the highlight.
have
Can't wait.
20,000, 30,000
Yeah,
people
and my
screaming,
family will be there, so
Hail,
I
hail
feel,
Arthur.
I feel very blessed. That's going
Hail,
to be great.
Hail Arthur. Well, good luck with that ride. And the weather looks like it's going to be good.
I think
and
so.
It's going to be a great weekend
Yes,
in New
it
Orleans.
should be.
Now, I just recently saw the premiere of your documentary that
thank you.
WYES has produced with the great help of Dennis Waltering.
Wonderful producer and
Author,
writer.
it says such a wonderful thing about you as a person and how you grew up in New Orleans and how you really worked to make it, and look what you've done. And I say that This is your 50th anniversary
Yep.
issue of the Mardi Gras Guide,
Yeah.
which is the go-to encyclopedia.
Thank you.
Anybody that needs to know anything about Mardi Gras finds it in this.
Your check's in the mail. Thank you.
That's all right. It had to be a fascinating experience. I watched you at the premiere. You were sitting in the audience with your beautiful wife. That had to be such a wonderful experience.
It really was very humbling, really, when you see it. And as my wife said, did you expect they'd talk bad about you? Of course, it was good. They didn't do a background check, but anyway, it was a lovely experience, and I'm very grateful to the folks at WYES for doing it. It's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, and it's going to be seen on WYES TV. You can find it on YouTube as well, and it's just a great piece about
Thank
you
you.
and your family. Let's go back to Warren Easton just for a moment.
Yep.
You're a proud Warren Easton grad.
Class of '65,
And
indeed.
you made some wonderful things happen after Katrina. Would you just give us a little taste
Well,
of that?
I got a disproportionate amount of credit. I was the face of a group that helped open the school after Katrina put about 6 feet of water in it, and there was talk that the school board was going to make condominiums out of it. So we petitioned the school board, we being about 12 guys from the 50s and 60s, to charter the school, and they gave us permission to do so. Then the fun began, and one of the saving angels of the whole experience was Sandra Bullock, came in and kind of adopted the school, and I got to be her liaison, so that was fun.
Yeah.
But it's a great success story, and as I mentioned in the documentary, I believe in public school education. Even though I taught in the Catholic schools, I think public school education is essential to the success of this city or any city.
Well, it takes consistent, passionate people like you to keep those schools moving forward, and what you've done at Warren Easton and what you and your
It's a team,
fellow
believe
alums
me.
have done is fantastic. And of course, Ms. Bullock, what she was able to do.
Yeah, she is the real deal. Let me tell you, she's given us quite a bit of money and moral support, and she's so different. A kid will ask her for an autograph. She says, "Go get a policeman's autograph for a teacher. Don't worry about actors. That's just foolishness."
No, she's wonderful. Well, listen, I'll say hail Endymion and have a great ride.
Oh, I
in
will,
Endymion
buddy.
as co-grand marshal with Coach Kiffin. I took this bobblehead out officially so that you could see that. I think that's something that you gave to me several
Yeah.
years ago, and it still sits in the office.
It's one of the
Reminds
silliest
me of-
promotions we've ever done.
And it works. It still works.
Yeah, how about that?
Thank you for being with us.
Happy
Ladies and
Mardi Gras,
gentlemen,
pal.
Arthur Hardy.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for your 50 years.
Thank you.